Comrade Eugene, I thought let me respond not by writing because I cannot match what you have just mentioned. It's too deep and too painful. You know, it's the same as when I tell people that I went to prison for 7 years, and out of 7 years, 4 years on parole, and I came 2003, 28 November. The following year, SARS was after me, wanting 1.2 million. That's when I was introduced that when you owe SARS more than 1 million, they bring what they call an enforcement team under Mr. Towil. I mean, Winnie Mandela did not help me. Umuntu wangisizwe Evan Slothbeck. So maybe you don't know, but from 2008, and the EMI was bought over by Universal. Last year when SARS was after me again, from at least there was official documentation from Pega. I was given chase under lockdown. But we had to reach an agreement. Because of the letter coming from a Universal. From 2008 until today, comrade, I'm not getting royalties. Can see my CDs and my shops, but they are recouping that debt because it was SARS, that was after me. Just check under parole, coming from prison, SARS wanted 1.2 million. The prison experience, I don't want to say the prison pain, was something else for me. It's something that you cannot just simply ignore and say, Ayika exists and delete it from your mind. Removed, and then one of them for a weekend, you police station. You know what I'm talking about, comrade. So we may not compare our pains, let me say pains, but I've gone through the worst as well. At some stage attacked, and you are falsely accused. But rest assured, comrade, I know you believe in me. Now, you want to focus on your kids, but not long ago, just to show it's part of your DNA to struggle. You're a freedom fighter. Whether you want to say you are not, because you have never been even a sellout. So this thing, I had to explain. You saw yesterday, 2 days ago, why now exile. We've been there, but we had to allow Lama structures on allow SIFs and our Samic Benzen. Which I now specialize on articles in every day you told articles are Puma. But it doesn't mean you are confiscated from heaven, doesn't mean you went to prison, doesn't mean you are rubbish, doesn't mean you are blacklisted, comrade. It's like I'm at some stage, I've operation to do the vigilante at some stage, individuals. Human things about board. What is the point? Organizations. It was only maybe ring was away. So, comrade, we are duty bound. If you're a conscience, uNkulunkulu akasebenzi kama Moses abayi-10, ubayedwa, uDaniel ubayedwa, uDavid ubayedwa, uEugene Mzwakhe ubayedwa. So you are expected, therefore, to champion the cause of the voiceless, the weak, comrade. Mina kuneyiphathi iBhayibheli kaCorinthians 1:27 ethi uNkulunkulu uthatha into ezidelilekileyo to shame the wise, thatha ezibuthakathaka to shame the strong. Yes, look, you even reminded me what you honored me at your church. So, comrade, let's soldier on. But you have a right even to stay, remain silent, to stay at home, not to be part of this. When I picket, it's not a march. It was a march. For now, march. No, it's as long as I'm a placard will have a message. If that's one, was look support our spoon, supported. We will support each other. But I want to believe. Our efforts are not fruitless if we'll end up presenting some of these things at the highest office in the land. So, now comrade, when you do something wrong, you attract enemies. When you do something right, you attract enemies. Even God has enemies. Christ had to be stoned from time to time. Enzeni, the Lion of Judah, the Messiah, nothing. So, as long as Peter, comrade, all the prophets of the faith, about Paul, about Peter, were executed. Even Peter, like his savior. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking to an atheist. Sisonke comrade wami, but your message is not a good one. It's too deep and too strong. The strong comrade, and I respect you. Salute.